Second, it's time for Talon Talk with the 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade on AFN the Eagle, serving America's best.
It's 2:06. I am Air Force Staff Sergeant Caitlin Jones hanging out with you here on Talon Talk. In the studio with me got Sergeant Smith from the 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade. Woo-hoo! Second to none. Hello, Sergeant Smith. How are you today?
How's it going, everybody?
It's been a while since you've been here.
Oh, it's been too long. It's been way too long.
I missed you a little bit. I missed my 2-cab brethren and sisters.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yes, definitely. So we're glad to have you guys back in the studio today. And also, you brought a very special guest with us to the show.
Yes, I have the pleasure of bringing the Command Chief Warrant Officer of the 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade, Chief Warrant Officer 5, Tony Reed.
Welcome to the show, Chief Reed.
Good afternoon.
And just tell me a little bit about what a Command Chief Warrant Officer, did I get that right?
Yes, ma'am, you did.
All right. What does a Command Chief Warrant Officer do for an aviation brigade, sir?
Wow. The Command Chief Warrant Officer for 2-cab, responsible for just about anything that's associated with warrant officers, whether it be leadership, mentorship, any type of personal actions, sessions, and things like that.
Very cool. So, and you also wear a bunch of different hats over at 2-cab. What else do you do besides the command chiefing of the warrant officers?
Well, additionally, I'm a H-64 Apache standardization pilot, instrument examiner for the cab.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome. How long have you been here in Korea this time?
Oh, this time. I got here May of 13, so about 18, 19 months, something like that.
All right, but this is not your first time on the peninsula.
No, it's not. It's my 4th time here.
Wow.
From the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and now.
Very cool.
Again.
Very cool. Well, we are so happy to have you here on Talon Talk. Going to be talking to Chief Reed about all sorts of things this hour. What the Aviation Brigade over at 2-cab does, what they've got planned for the holiday season, the upcoming New Year. So much stuff going on here on Talon Talk, so stay tuned.
And now, back to Talon Talk on AFN the Eagle, serving America's best.
212 back with me on Talon Talk. I have Sergeant Jesse Smith. That's your cue, Sergeant Smith. What's up?
Second to none.
Oh, okay, yeah. There we go. Sergeant Smith is alive. We got him. So Sergeant Jesse Smith and Chief Reed, the Command Chief Warrant Officer for the 2-cab. And we kind of just touched on a little bit of your roles over there at the Aviation Brigade, but kind of what is your day-to-day life? You wake up in the morning, get your cup of coffee, and you head into work at 2-cab. What is like your first mission of the day, Chief?
Well, besides checking email.
The bane of all of our existences.
Yes, it is. But, it's an important part.
Yes.
Being in Korea, the cab is one of the most dynamic cabs in the Army just because of the turnover that we have.
Right.
So we're continually fighting the battle of placement of soldiers, getting officers in, and where they're going to go. So I spend a lot of my time either working on actions on warrant officers, either trying to get them to school or where they're going, and also placing them in the battalions.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, I know 2-cab focuses a lot on training, and you guys have a lot of new warrant officers that come to the brigade fresh out of flight school. Is that still the same in the Army? Yep. That
is, and we do get some experienced aviators here, right. But we do get a fair share of fresh aviators from Fort Rucker. Here in Korea, 2-cab, training happens 365 days a year.
Yeah, absolutely.
It never stops.
Second to none.
It is. We are. And we're going to fight tonight. Right?
Exactly. So when you get like those new aviators coming fresh from the schoolhouse, and I mean, our commander here loves to say, we're not at peace, we're at pause. I mean, they're really coming into such a dynamic environment. What are kind of some of the things that you like to tell the new aviators coming into the cab?
Well, any aviator in the Army, their primary goal is to be a pilot in command, and that's what they strive to be. But the new aviators come in, they're integrated into the unit's aircrew training program, and they will be progressed so they can start going flying, and then they can start doing missions. So we're meeting what the commander's intent is. And that can take anywhere from, based on the aviator, from 2 weeks to a month and a half.
Oh, wow.
To progress someone.
That that doesn't seem like an awful lot of time though to go from fresh out of flight school to ready to fight tonight.
It is, but that's why we have the experience of the PCs and not only pilot and commands, but then we have the AMCs, the air mission commanders that cover on missions what needs to be done.
Absolutely.
So in its continuously learning process as an aviator, it never stops.
Yep.
So it's good.
Absolutely.
We have fun doing it.
So what exactly is a pilot in command? What do they do?
Okay. Well, pilot in command. Each aircraft has 2 aviators that flies in there. One has to be a pilot in command. He's in charge. He owns the aircraft from the time he gets the logbook to the time he turns the logbook back in. He owns the aircraft. So, and he should be. He's one of the experienced ones, and he's been evaluated on being able to be a PC from either other instructor pilots and or the commanders.
Absolutely. So if anything goes wrong, he's the guy that's going to get a call from Chief Reed.
Yes, and you get a call from me and some other people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that is correct.
What is your favorite part of your job working with the Chief Warrant Officers over at TCAB?
Well, I tell you, it's it is just working with the interactions with the warrant officers, but not just those. The interactions with all soldiers within TCAB. TCAB is an outstanding. It is the best brigade in the Army.
Second to none.
It is.
Absolutely.
And it's just a great place to work.
Absolutely. We will be back with more from Chief Reed here on Talon Talk, and I'm going to have a check of your weather coming up next.
And now, back to Talon Talk on AFN the Eagle, serving America's best.
It's 2:26, and we are back here on Talon Talk with Chief Reed and Sergeant Smith. And I've been talking about all sorts of things. I feel like I'm getting a real Army education today, Sergeant Smith. Thank you so much for bringing Chief Reed over to the show.
It's great to have him here.
And thank you, Chief Reed, for taking time out of your schedule to stop by.
It's great to be here.
Absolutely. So I feel like I have like the TCAB trifecta now, because I've had Colonel Taylor on the show.
Yes.
I've had Command Sergeant Major Soto Rosado
on
the show. So I was just missing Chief Reed.
Yep.
Exactly.
So I'm good to go now.
Got the whole command team.
I'm Talon Talk qualified. The holiday season, it's pretty much upon us now, sir.
That is.
Yeah, Christmas is just next week. I think a week away. Or is it really?
1 week from tomorrow.
1 week from tomorrow will be Christmas Day.
Whew.
I know. It just it came up on me so fast. What is kind of your aviators and the TCAB have planned for the holiday season, Chief?
Well, personally for myself, I'm one of the lucky ones. I have my family here, command sponsored, so I get to spend time with my family.
Absolutely.
Plan on having some soldiers over, that are unaccompanied, have dinner. So, yeah, let them have some time. Additionally,
that's awesome.
we have the TCAB is not stopping just because it's the holidays. We're still doing missions that happen all the time. So there's still going to be people working.
Yep.
There's still going to be flights going on. But we're going to celebrate the holidays as best as we can.
Absolutely. You got any aviators wearing Santa hats? Is that authorized in the cockpit?
No, it's not authorized.
Don't do that. Everybody over there at TCAB.
No.
One of the other things that we're doing, TCAB, is we got about 100 soldiers that's going to go out to help with the people down in Piontek to Habitat for Humanity.
Oh, wow.
And try to fix up some places, clean up some places, so we can keep our relationship that we have with the community where we want it to, and try to build upon what we have now.
Exactly. How important is, fostering that relationship and continuing to improve upon that relationship? How important is that to the mission of TCAB?
It's very important. They're our neighbors, and we try to build a strong alliance, not just with the military, but with our community, our neighbors out there too. So us getting out there and doing things with our neighbors helps build that alliance, and it also shows that what 2CAB soldiers really are. That we are caring people. We're here for them, and we want to help them all we can, and that we are a good neighbor.
Absolutely. So lots of 2CAB soldiers going out to volunteer and kind of using a little bit of the holiday downtime to give back to our host nation, which is absolutely incredible.
Yes.
It seems like that's kind of a trend at 2CAB. Do you notice that your soldiers, not only your warrant officers, but also your soldiers are really positive participants in the community, both on and off post?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's like I said, 2CAB by far, and I'm not talking about just capability of being the best brigade in the Army, but the personalities, the people-wise, the soldiers in 2CAB are truly second to none.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what we love to say, Chief. What advice would you give to maybe any soldiers or your chief warrant officers even that are listening? Maybe they want to get involved. They just don't know how. Maybe they're nervous about that language barrier. What kind of advice would you give to them?
Do not let the language barrier hold you back. Seek out those opportunities. And if you need help finding those, they can come see me anytime. My door's always open. And we will find something for people to do if they want to help.
Very cool, Chief. We'll be back with more and some shout-outs here on Talon Talk. Stay tuned.
And now, back to Talon Talk on AFN the Eagle. Serving America's best.
It's 2:41, back with Talon Talk, and I know it's my favorite part of the show, so that's really all that matters. No, it's everybody's favorite part of the show. It's shout-outs. I'm gonna, of course, we yield to our guest, and especially having Chief Reed. Chief Reed, I know you probably have a billion people that you want to shout out, but we only have about 20 minutes left to Talon Talk. So what shout outs you got for me today, sir?
Okay, I'll start off with a big shout out to all the Talon warriors.
Yep.
The great, all the great soldiers there. And then to my battle buddies, Talon 6, Colonel Taylor, and Talon 7, Command Sergeant Major Soto Rosado.
Absolutely. Very cool. So some great shout outs there. Sergeant Smith, what do you got for us today?
Well, this holiday season, I really want to highlight our medevac teams from Charlie Company 3-2 General Support Aviation Battalion, because they will be working through the holidays on call.
Oh, wow.
You never know when they're going to be needed, so huge shout out to them. They're awesome.
Absolutely. And my shout out today going to the 2CAB PAO, Captain Meyer. Because she stood me up again.
Oh, we love Captain Meyer.
I know. No, I'm just kidding, Captain Meyer. I hope you regained access to your workstation, ma'am. And I hope to see you in here next week for Talon Talk.
Oh, I'm sure she'd love to be here.
I know she's going to be here next week. Chief Reed, I want to just thank you again for taking time out to come over here and kind of talk about your role at the 2CAB. It sounds amazing.
I appreciate it. Thanks for the invite.
Absolutely. You're welcome back anytime, sir.
All right, awesome.
All right, very well. And that was Talon Talk. Thanks for listening.